Welcome back, Comets. My name is Unji Chong. At the top, is graffiti an art form or a form of crime? And what's going on in the ATEC building? How a new exhibit can tell us new stories. What is graffiti? Graffiti is writing or drawings that have been painted on a surface or a wall. UTD senior reporter Patrick Annette had the opportunity to sit down for an interview with Associate Professor and Program Head of Criminology, Dr. Varitis, to talk about her recent study about youth's motivations for painting graffiti and the process.
I was his supervising professor, and we sort of built up this data set based on his interviews with the kids. So he would go out while they were actively about to tag or they had just engaged in tagging to really catch them in that moment where they're offending, to find out why they were doing what they were doing. So the paper that came out of it, we started to look at the data, and we found that they were tended to be motivated by a variety of things. So they were bored, just as most teenagers get bored at some point, right? And so they said, they were bored, they did it when they were bored, they did it when they were stressed. A lot of these kids are from impoverished neighborhoods. There are not a lot of opportunities for outside recreational activities, and so they get bored just as most teenagers do, and this is one way that they relieve that boredom. They're also from, poverty can be a very stressful thing, broken homes, and so a lot of stress, and coping with that stress, street tagging is a way to help them sort of process that.
You can find the full article published in the academic journal Deviant Behavior. Dr. Varitis says she will continue to work on more research on graffiti expected in spring 2017. The Ackerman Center for Holocaust Studies and the Confucius Institutes have collaborated over a new display in the Edith O'Connell ATEC building. The display, Jewish Refugees in China, features a large collection of personal journals, photos, and artifacts on loan from the Shanghai Jewish Refugee Museum. We now go over to our reporter, Kelby Baca, who has questions about the exhibit, and Dr. Nils Rober, director of the Ackerman Center.
We are really, really excited to have this here in such a public space. Students are just walking by. They are just, taking this in. They're learning about it. It's also traveling in an exhibit that has been already in numerous other places. And so we're just really glad to have it here. And to bring alongside with it, like other events, lectures, movie showings, and the likes. Because in many ways, for us, the history of refugees is one that is also very contemporary. It's not something that just happened once in the past, but it's very much still part of our world. And so we learn a great deal about what it means to be a refugee from this exhibit.
That concludes our top stories. Let's go over to Jordan Murphy for sports.
Welcome back to UTD TV Sports. My name is Jordan Murphy. We're officially in a golden period of time for sports, the middle of September. Football has started on every level of competition, and that's where we're going to start our roundup today. In college news, the Texas Longhorns beat the UTEP Miners 41-7 on September the 10th. UT is now 2-0. In professional football, the Cowboys lost a heartbreaker to the New York Giants in the first week of the NFL season by a score of 20-19. They'll play the Washington Redskins in Week 2. On to baseball. Your Texas Rangers hold a commanding lead over the Astros for first place in the American League West Division with less than a month until playoffs. Let's shift now to Comet Sports. Volleyball went 3-1 over the weekend of September the 9th in the Colorado College Invitational. Michelle Toro and Faina Zhang walked away with all tournament honors. Men's soccer faced off against nationally ranked opponents in Illinois to start their season. Their current record is 2-3, and they look to begin ASC play on September the 22nd. The women's team won a pair of 1-0 shutouts over the September 9th weekend thanks to 2 goals from Megan Mugavero, the second one being a game winner in overtime against Chapman. Women's golf shattered the program's previous single-round record by 6 strokes in the Southwestern Christian Invitational in Bethany, Oklahoma. They would go on to place third with the school's best-ever 2-round total. The men's team will begin their season on September the 19th in Shawnee, Oklahoma. The men and women's cross-country teams both competed against Division I schools on September the 10th in preparation for an upcoming meet at Concordia University in Austin. Men's and women's tennis look to begin their season on the weekend of September the 16th at the UTD Invitational. That does it here for our Roundup Comets. We are officially in the full swing of things. For UTD TV Sports, I'm Jordan Murphy.
What's up, Comets? America's Got Talent Season 11 champion Grace VanderWaal, dubbed the next Taylor Swift by Simon Cowell, won $1 million in the hearts of America. On the local level, Comets Got Talent just concluded. Adam Buwazi won 3rd place for playing guitar in an original song. Ryan Morton took home 2nd place for juggling. And 1st place went to Sean McDaniel for freestyling while finishing a Rubik's Cube. Fox just purchased Stan Lee's life rights to make a movie about Stan Lee. If you're unsure who I'm talking about, it's the guy in all the Marvel cameos. Fox is prepping for a fictional action-adventure about the famous Marvel editor-in-chief. While Stan the Man is known for his cameos, his fictional character has actually existed for decades. He's Stan the Man for a reason. Pokemon Go lost 15 million daily players and 80% of paying players, but it's not all doom and gloom. Pokemon Go is still making it rain and continues to hold its spot as the most profitable mobile game app in the United States. And with the most recent update, you can now have your own personal Pokemon buddy. So if you're wanting to level up your rare Pokemon, now you don't have to rely on hoping to catch more of them to get the candies you need. Catch 'em all, Comets. For UTD TV Entertainment, I'm Emily Abernathy.
That concludes our newscast. I'm Anji Chong. For more information and stories, check out utdtv.com.